Hello everyone, and welcome back to one of our frugal videos. I'm quite getting into this. I think it's probably just because it was the way I was brought up. You just reuse everything, or you make the most of everything, or you think about the budget that you've got before you do something. But just the way I was brought up. Anyway, before we let our minibus go, we stripped out everything that was of use to us. Just came naturally to do that. Darren took out things to help with the solar and, you know, spare bits of wire. I took out loads of bits of wood, and it's some of that wood that we're going to use today. Took out the curtains, which I've used on the food forest, and I'll show you how I've done that in a different video. But today I wanted somewhere to put just some herbs outside the house. So I thought, you know what? We can make it out of stuff that we've got. We don't have to spend a penny. We've got everything that we need. I even saved the screws when I was taking the wood out of the bus. And then, as you can see, little sneak preview here, we had a delivery for the garden house that we're building, and we got some free wood with that as well. It's not this lovely big stuff, don't worry about that, that's all earmarked, but we got some little like rough sticks, and I thought there must be something that we can do with that other than just put them in like a wood burner in the winter. So let's have a look at what we came up with. When the gentleman arrived with his truck to deliver the wood, it wasn't just all stacked on top of each other, because obviously wood is a natural product, it needs to breathe, it needs to move, and they use these little rough bits just to, you know, slide in between so that everything isn't all compacted on top of each other going mouldy. And we'd emptied out the truck, and the guy went, "Oh, take them as well." Darren's face was like, yeah, right, okay. But it is very rough, but it's sort of squarish, and it's, you know, it's useful. And then this was some of the ply that came out of our minibus. I can't even remember what it was used for, probably some panelling on the side. And I thought, that will make me an excellent plant pot on legs to put some herbs in, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. So this is not a how-to video, it's just an idea of when you've got some stuff left over lying around that you can actually do it yourself and make something quite beautiful in the end, and useful.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yes. We have cheated just a little bit, Darren and I, because
Hopefully.
we are the kids of Blue Peter, and if you lived in the UK during our decades, when, you know, they always had one that they prepared earlier. We haven't done that quite so much, but we have cut some legs, and we've cut out the useful bits of the plywood. You can see it's not fabulous, it's all a bit wonky, but it's still going to be absolutely fine. Do you take measures?
Yeah, it was a bit extreme, wasn't it?
We don't usually have one.
As Elaine explained, we've already pre-prepared the size of the woods for the end panels. We've got 2 of those. For the side panels, obviously we've got 2 of those. And our rough sawn wood, which we got free from the delivery fella, who delivered this lovely wood, cut to size or cut to length for our legs. We've got all of our screws that are of varying sizes, as Elaine also explained, which she had removed from the bus. So it's all
Hodgepodge.
Hodgepodge. I like that. So we'll just try and build something. Okay.
Yep.
I'm just going to put the end panels on first then. So it's going to get our rough leg and just screw that to our end panel. Then we'll put the other leg just there, and that'll be our first stabilizer, our one end.
We bought this as a set of screws out of Lidl, wonderful Lidl, and then it has over time become the recycling centre. So yeah, dowel brackets, you can see a bit of rust and wear on them, anything and everything that's come out. Yeah, things will get reused time and again. Yeah.
That's been well used, hasn't it?
Yep, still get used again.
Yeah.
Easy. So our plan is to make 2 end legs like this and then connect them together with the 2 longer side panels, which will be the front and the back, and then it'll all be one structure.
Yeah.
I would normally just be holding it and helping him, and it would probably get done a bit more easily, but because of the way the sun is really bright today, we're having to sort of do things backwards so you can see what's happening.
Yeah, a little bit back to front. Lovely.
Maxie. Max. He doesn't want any camera work today. He's not in the mood. As soon as I turned the camera away, he lay down again. Cheeky, aren't you?
So there we have the 2 end pieces, ready to now put the side walls on to our box.
Yep, and we've put a little spacer in each leg so that it doesn't sort of split out or bend inwards, because they are very twisty.
So we've purposely made the front edge just a little bit taller, a little bit higher, just to give it a little bit more substance again. So it's just a case of screwing that one in now.
Do you want me to hold it?
I can probably do that. Once I've got one in, we're all right.
It's supposed to be less hot today, but I can feel the sun burning my foot.
Yeah, it's warm. So I think some of the wood's just slightly off. So it's just a case of just bending them a little bit into shape. As you can see, none of this wood is straight. So we're just kind of just manipulating it just a little bit, just to make it as straight as we can.
Yeah,
really.
I think some of it's been damp in the past as well, hasn't it? It hasn't always.
So. I think so. So it's just like trying to pull it into shape, and then eventually it'll hopefully hold in that shape.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, that's quite good. and then that should be reasonably square now. Okay, I think that's probably it.
Yep, and then I think if we just put one cross brace in the legs, then that'll help as well.
I think it'll help. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not standing because it's on a sloping hill, standing on unlevel wood.
Yeah.
But it looks beautiful, love. Beautiful.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, amazing. So we'll put a cross brace in, as you've just said, in across there, just to kind of sturdy
that up.
that wobbliness up a little bit. Yeah.
Cool.
So the cross brace, which is going to come from here to here, we want it to either pull the wool
over your eyes.
Yeah, either pull the wood in or pull it out. Just basically just hold it in a nice sturdy position.
Straight, yes.
So we're going to want it exactly the same, as much as we can, length as that. So let's see what we got. We have got 42.5 exactly. So we're going to cut a piece to 42.5, put it between there and there.
Lovely.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Looks nice.
Good. 47.5 and a squinch.
Yeah.
Looks spot on.
Looks pretty good. So now, not that any of the other measurements are exactly right, but we're going to try and get this as close to the centre as we can. Probably the only actual measurement that's going to be accurate. Let's have a look at the other one. No, it's tight.
Yeah.
Yes, very tight.
Wonderful.
Lovely. So, is that it finished?
Well, apart from the fact that if I put any plants in there, they'll all fall through.
Yeah, I forgot about that bit.
Oh no!
Okay, so just that.
Yep.
And
yep, still that. That's a...
yeah, and that.
Good.
2 of those.
2 of those, please.
So that there gives an example, I suppose, of the roughness of this wood. Although still, I quite like it.
It is.
It's just nice, but it is a bit rough and ready. But this wood is just going to be used for the base to stop the plants falling out. So we're going to put them into there like that. So it's not going to get seen or anything. That's going to sit in there and in there. Actually, yeah, would that fit better like that? Yeah, that'll still hold it, won't it?
Yeah.
And then this one, the same situation, just there.
Lovely.
How about that? And that's
Very
your base.
Yep. So 4 quick screws in and it'll be done.
Well, actually, it's a little bit rough and ready, but quite honestly, for some herbs and for the fact that it's
free,
completely free, I think that'll do the job. So did you say you were going to paint it, sand it and paint it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, again, not too much sanding, because that'll take probably a heck of a lot of sanding, but just to make it a little bit nicer.
Just so it doesn't spike me.
Yeah. There we go. It's not bad at all.
Excellent. So yes, you can see the other one just behind me that I've already painted. This is the second one.
The spare one? You need a spare, don't you?
Or one for a friend.
Yeah.
Or one to the highest bidder. It's alright. It's simple and rustic. Haven't picked a paintbrush up for probably 2 years.
Probably longer.
Possibly
That's really
longer.
good. Yeah.
No, it's just remembering how to turn your wrist and load your brush, and
Good job though.
it'll do.